Hello folks, Ed from On My Turntable here. I wanted to do a video where I talked about and shared some of the 12-inch singles in my collection that I collected back when I did college radio here in Connecticut in the mid to late 80s. A lot of channels in the vinyl community talk about their 12-inch singles collection, their EPs. Brian from Embryonic Robot has had some great episodes. I'm sure you folks have seen that. If you haven't, you should go check it out. So I figured I would jump into the fray myself and show you some of the 12-inch singles that I have. So first up, from that time period is Julian Cope's World Shut Your Mouth from 1986-87. This was my first exposure to Julian Cope, getting familiar with his music. We played this a lot back in the day. World Shut Your Mouth is on here with Levitation, and the second side is Umpteenth Natural Blues, Non-Alignment Pact, and Transporting on Island Records. So Julian Cope is still out making music. I haven't listened to him in a long time, but when I play this and the album that this came from, it's pretty great stuff. So Julian Cope right here. Next up is Billy Bragg and Greetings to the New Brunette. I really love that cover. I think that's really cool. That's a lot of fun there. Pay no more than £1.99. Here is the back cover right here with the track listing on here. So Greetings to the New Brunette, which has Johnny Marr and Kirsty MacColl as well. Deportees, and the second side is the Tatler, Gene, and There Is Power in a Union, which is an instrumental. So this, once again, was my introduction to Billy Bragg in that time, like around 85, 86. Talking with the Taxman about poetry, I think was the LP. But this song really takes me back as well to a fun time in college. So I have this. Next up is Ministry, and this is on Wax Tracks. This is All Day and Every Day is Halloween. Still love listening to this. I play this quite a bit. Really is great. And the here's the Wax Track label, which is here for side A, and then side B, which is All Day, is here. So yeah, this is a really danceable Ministry. Really catchy. Really a lot of fun. And I remember playing this all the time as well, and still do. I really enjoy this. So Ministry here. Next up is The Mission, or here in the States, The Mission UK. This is their 12-inch promo of Severina. There was a time, I mentioned in another video, where I was really into this stuff. The Mission, Sisters of Mercy, Fields of the Nephilim. I believe it still has, this is their tour dates from when they were here in the States, it looks like. Yes. So this is just a great song, Severina from God's Own Medicine, their first LP. And what made me think of all this stuff again was I just picked up The Mission 2 here, another EP of The Mission here, doing their cover of Neil Young's Like a Hurricane, their originals Over the Hills and Far Away, and a couple of others. So I picked this up when I was on my travels a couple of weeks ago. So really sharp, and just a lot of fun, over-the-top goth music. Really love that Mission stuff. Next up, I can't remember how I came across this, but this is Suicidal Tendencies, Possessed to Skate. I remember we had a huge hardcore punk session of this, the Dead Kennedys, Squirrel Bait, all that crazy stuff. And we played that stuff to death as well. So I must have grabbed this from the radio station back in the day. This actually has a huge poster in here. I'm not going to take it out. But this is on Caroline Records. And here's the label right here for that. So wild stuff, Suicidal Tendencies, Possessed to Skate. Next up is Joe Strummer and the soundtrack from Sid and Nancy, the title, the opening track, Love Kills. Little picture here of Sid and Nancy here in the back, Gary Oldman and Chloe Webb. Very cool. Love Kills, instrumental on the back. Pretty basic 12-inch single, but pretty neat and just a great Joe Strummer track. Next up, this was my first introduction to the Stiff Little Fingers, the Peel Session. So man, I really wore this out. I still play this a lot. I love this. Suspect Device was a song that really got me hooked into Stiff Little Fingers originally, but they do a great cover of Rita Marley's Johnny Was on here, Law and Order, Barbed Wire Love, and then Suspect Device. So a phenomenal EP, really cool stuff, and just, it just rocks. I mean, you really can't. There's the only one way to play this, and the way to play it is loud. That's for sure. So Stiff Little Fingers, the Peel Sessions. Next up, I have a bunch of New Order releases that I got back in the day. These are all reissues, I think. I think this is a French pressing. This is Everything's Gone Green with Mesh and Cries and Whispers. That's this pressing right here. I'll show you folks the label, what that looks like. Have that there. Side A and side B. Oops, there we go. So I have that one there from New Order. Another one I have is probably my favorite New Order song is The Perfect Kiss. A little hard to see with the lamination here. You can maybe make that out a little bit. I'll pull out the visual on that. So here is side 1, and the flip is 2 and 3 right here. So The Perfect Kiss to me is the quintessential New Order song. I love that song. And lastly, I've got a promo copy of Bizarre Love Triangle with State of the Nation on the flip off of Quest. So that's this, that's this right here and here. Almost dropped that. Just a few more to go. Next up is the Dream Syndicate. This is more of an EP than a 12-inch single, 50 in a 25 zone. Here in the States, they had a contract with Big Time on the RCA imprint. So that's this right here. We play Dream Syndicate a lot. I really love that. Oh, and lastly, one more out of order here. New Order. So this really isn't an EP, but this is some sort of bootleg I picked up decades ago. I haven't played this in a long time. It's not great quality, but it's Blue Mondays, and I'll show you the label. Tropo, which is right here, and the flip. And I don't know where this live recording came from. It's pretty bare in the back, doesn't give you much information. Confusion, Love Vigilantes, We All Stand, As It Was, When It Was, Subculture, Face Up, Sunrise, This Time of Night, and Blue Monday. So that's it. I just wanted to talk about some of the 12-inch singles, and all that stuff right there got me into a whole different style of music, fresh out of high school, explored a whole different left of center stuff. So a lot of great memories with that time frame, with that stuff from the mid to late 80s. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope you liked it. Felt like doing that this afternoon. So thank you very much for watching. Once again, I love all the comments, the dialogue I've been having with folks. So thank you very much. Feel free to send those likes and comments over. I really appreciate that. And as I say at the end of these, with everything going on here today in the world, let's all be kind to one another. Until next time. Thanks, everyone.